So hi guys, Jaya here, and welcome back to my channel. So I am DIYing today the SamariaLeah lace-up jeans that I've been just Googling over, and when I saw them, I just knew I was going to DIY them. So I finally got around to doing it. So right now, you see me drawing out the slits in a triangular shape with the 2 points at the edge of that little V you see, and I just kind of mimic where I felt like she put her points. I wanted to mimic these jeans as best as I could, so you'll see me here sketching out that triangle, and I just continuously come to more of a gradual point towards the top of the jeans where they sit on your waist. Right, so now we're going to move on. Now that I have both sides done, we're going to move on to cutting strictly down the middle of the triangle we've created. So don't try to cut where you drew the line. Try to cut directly down the middle, because these are going to create our flaps, which we will further down the road fold inside and sew down. So this is just to create our flaps, which then creates the open cutout around the derriere, which makes these jeans just so cute. So I definitely use this blue marker, but you guys, if you have something more like white or like not as pigmented, definitely use that. But I will say, if you do have to use like a darker marker like I did, it really doesn't show, because you end up flipping the flaps in and sewing and adding grommets and adding the string, so you really can get away with it. But if you do have something, use it. So my mom, she used to have like a sewing machine, everything, and I low-key have a little issue with her. Not for real, but yeah, she used to have a sewing machine and she gave it away, so I have to do everything by hand. But she does have all these great threads, and so I had a thread that was literally the color of these jeans, so it was perfect. So I would suggest you guys using at least white or something denim color like I did, and get to sewing. And if you don't know how to sew, I'm not your girl to tell you how to sew, but I do think a lot of us do know how to sew, because a lot of us do our own hair, we make our own wigs. And since this is YouTube, so please find you a tutorial so that you can make these jeans, sis, because I want you to be cute with me, because we gonna be outside this summer. I don't know when or how, but we gonna be outside this summer. Okay, so now I have laid out my grommets. I got mine from Amazon, and mine is this whole little kit, and you'll see me using it real soon. But I'm just laying out my grommets, and now I'm going to trace out the inside circle of the grommets, because that is where we're going to cut on the inside of that to give us the opening to place the grommets on. And if that isn't clear, just keep watching. But right now, I'm just tracing to know where my grommets are going to go. Okay, so you'll see that I've already done 2 of the grommets. So this is the part where I'm just trying to cut out the holes. You'll see me using the scissors, you'll see me using my fingers, just trying to get that hole to stretch and allow me to put this side of the grommet, which has a little cylinder on the end of it. This is going to go on the outer part of the jeans, the exposed side of the jeans. I'm inserting it from that side of the jeans. Trying to make sure y'all can see it. You really want to make sure that cylinder part comes through the jeans. That's why it's so important to make the hole. So now I'm going to take this flat other piece of the grommet and put that on the non-exposed side of the jeans, inserted from that side, and use this cylinder. And you want to line your grommet up with this cylinder right underneath. So line both sides of the grommets up with that cylinder. And then you'll see me take this tool that my dad gave because he's scared of me hurting myself in any way, shape, or form using this hammer. So you'll see me take this tool and use the hammer to apply pressure to the grommet because these tools allow it to snap together. And I'm just checking to make sure that it's secure. And I'm going to do this step a few more times for you guys. And it's easier to follow along than to hear me say it, but I wanted to give you some kind of talk through for those that are audio learners, because we all learn differently. But I do apologize if I didn't make it very clear, but please just follow along to the video. I tried to make sure that you could see everything that I was doing step by step because these grommets can be a little tricky. Not gonna lie. In this video, you see when I got it right, but it took me 2 times at least on each grommet to make sure that the grommets snap together. So it's really important that the grommet is lined up with that cylinder tool, and then you just bang away and make sure they snap together.
Genius.
Oh, and this is where the piece of wood came in. Please make sure you have something sturdy underneath when you do this part, because when you bang with that hammer, you're gonna bang, okay? So you want to make sure you protect anything that's below you. So I have carpet, so it would have been okay, but I think you want to have a good reinforcement with some wood so that when you bang that grommet against that cylinder, that it really snaps. It all works together. So make sure you have something to place underneath this part of the process. Okay, so now you'll see how I look when the grommets are all done, and I'm just going to show you the inside and the outside just so you have an idea of what it should look like. All right, so I'm going to take my string, and I'm just trying to show you guys that I took 3 full arms length worth of this string so that it would create the right amount of bow and like hang how I want it to hang, like how Samaria's hangs. Okay, so now the rest is simply self-explanatory. I'm just going to loop my string through, and I'm going under first, and then I'm just making sure that there's some kind of order to the strings so that when you see them, the right side overlaps the left side every time it's supposed to, if that makes sense. And tie my bow to my liking, and that's it. Did do a little finessing at the end because I want this to look really raw and authentic, so I kind of messed with the end of the string where I cut it. But then that's truly it, ladies. And here's me trying to recreate SamariaLeah's pictures. We're gonna give me an A for effort.